So the question is, how can I express my natural, dominant alpha personality while also expressing my feminine? Put number one in the chat. Who can relate that I have a very strong personality? I am naturally dominant. And how can I be feminine and not self-abandon myself, not pretend to be somebody else in order for me to keep the man and have a relationship? Wow, I see a lot of ones here. Okay, great. So, very, very, very important thing. Don't change your personality for a relationship. You don't have to do that. You can absolutely be self-sufficient, resilient, very well-educated woman, and you can keep that part of you, because that's probably why this man got attracted to you. He loved that you not helpless, you're not in your little girl archetype, you definitely not codependent. If you don't know, you can ask. You can literally ask, like, what are my strong so-called masculine qualities you enjoy? Now, let's talk about what to do, and in this case, how to cultivate polarity. Because obviously, if you bring all of those dominant alpha leadership qualities in a relationship, what will happen? There's going to be two men in a relationship. And that's not going to be juicy and polarized and fun and interesting. And it's gonna bring a lot of neutrality in a relationship and probably very soon kill eros. And very often you will be having conflict because you will be fighting who's smarter. And fighting with men is not something that we should attempt to do as women, because they are more aggressive and stronger by nature. So, the feminine way and the way you would cultivate your femininity is to create space for him in your relationship and in your life. What that means is think of what are the things that you can ask for his help and support. What are the areas that he is an expert? And even though you might be able to outsource it and hire somebody, ask him. Because for men, it's important to feel needed in a relationship. If he doesn't feel that he can bring something to you, that he can contribute, like in a tribal times, he would bring you that elephant or tiger that he captured. If he cannot contribute anything, he feels not great about himself. So you need to put attention and consciously choose, how can I make space for him to show up and to hold me? And if you have a trigger around asking for help, receiving help, or even the thought of, I don't need anything, that is something that's worth working on and looking into. And targeting that belief, why needing something or accepting someone's help feels uncomfortable for me. Because I would not say that receiving abundance is per se feminine quality. I'm not sure how accurate that is. But I would say that when you're in your feminine, you can attract things that otherwise your logic and your very rigid doing would not be able to get you. There's the magnetism, it's true thing. Like that state and your softness can attract things that otherwise it's, wow, I would have to work really hard for them. So why would you rob yourself from that? Why you would be so self-reliant that there is no room for anybody? That needs to be worked on. You need to remove the blocks and the beliefs that otherwise prevent it. Not deeming your qualities. So ask him, what are your doing qualities that he loves? And number two, think of what are the things that you can ask him for and create space for him to contribute. It doesn't mean that you cannot do it. It's just like, you're so great at it. This is your expertise. So create space for him to be needed and to provide and give to you. And when he does it, appreciate him. Even if in your head you're like, oh, I would do it faster. Don't say it. Be like, Oh my God, thank you so much for doing that. Reward him. Man like a dog, meaning the dog responds to reward. It brings you back the toy, then you pet it, and it creates reward recognition. The same works with male psyche. They very much respond to price. So be generous with the way you acknowledge what he does for you.